this all set up. Why does this look like a makeup tutorial? What's going on, guys? So today is Wednesday. I'm actually filming this today. I'm gonna edit it and put it up later today. This whole quarantine thing has been a little crazy. I'm not really able to be at my studio quite as much, and I'm not really able to be working with all the guys right now. So it's kind of sad, but there's one thing that gets me through that. Music. Well, I know there's a lot of people that aren't really sure what to do with all their free time, so I thought I'd put together this list of 10 albums that I'd recommend you check out. They'll help you pass the time. They're all really good listens. They're all my favorite albums. I wouldn't say they're my top 10 favorite of all time necessarily. Some of them, yeah, but it was kind of just a list I thought might be good to help you kill some time right now. The way I did the list was no artist could be on there twice, so one album per artist. Albums that stuck out to me, that some of which I've already revisited since this whole quarantine thing, and others that I know I'm going to revisit very soon. So coming in at number 10 is The Hype by Hoodie Allen, right here. Maybe I'll put him in right here. I don't know. This one is 12 songs, 40 minutes long. Hoodie Allen is an artist that he's not super popular, but he's someone I've seen in concert. I really enjoy his stuff. I have a lot of friends that really enjoy his stuff. I'm just happy that I know he exists, because a lot of people don't. And so if you don't know, you should definitely check out this album. He's got some really great stuff. His older stuff is really amazing, and he just came out with a new album that's really good. But this album, The Hype, is really special to me. Came out back in really good tracks on there. Some of the standout ones: Believe, All For Me, Play the Field, All My Friends, Heartbreak, and all the other songs on there. It's a great, like, front to back, you listen to that. And that's kind of the theme with all of these albums, is that, like, I'm gonna give you a couple of the songs that really stick out to me, but those songs become even better when you listen to the full album. And so Hoodie Allen, The Hype, number 10. Number 9, Blurryface by 21 Pilots. And 21 Pilots, for me, they're even, like, their first album, I could listen to it front to back. I have every single song on my phone, and it's the same thing with Blurryface and even their newest one. I just think they're ridiculously skilled songwriters and performers. I've actually seen them live too. So yeah, this one's 14 songs. It's about 52 minutes long. An insane listen. Like, it was really hard for me to even pick out some standout tracks. Standouts, obviously Stressed Out was like their lead single thing on it. They actually, like, weirdly enough, apologized for it being like such a great success at the concert I went to. They were like super apologetic that a song of theirs blew up, because they kind of want to keep it low key, which I don't know. That doesn't really, I get it, but I don't. But Heavy Dirty Soul, insane. Tearing My Heart, ridiculous. The Judge is one that I don't know if a lot of people really enjoy, but that one is like probably my favorite on this album. Then Polarize, really awesome. Not Today, really good songs. And like I said, every song on this project, in my opinion, is worth listening to. Number 8. The Life of Pablo, Kanye West. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna be like,
are you kidding me? What, not My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy? Or what about Yay? Or Graduation, College Dropout?
And I totally get that. It was really hard to pick one for him. I love Kanye West, and I think he has some insane, great albums, and influential albums at that. But for me, this one, when it came out, was really big for me, and especially, like, too, he did pull some bullshit where, like, he put it on Tidal and like changed the songs like multiple times, whatever. So like that was annoying. But by the time I got to actually listen to the whole thing when it was on Spotify, I loved it. Obviously Ultralight Beam is one that a lot of people really enjoy. I think it's good too. I mean, Father Stretch My Hands, part 1 and part 2, really big. Part 2 bringing us Designer, Tim, who's always in the videos, one of my best friends. It's one of his favorite artists. We actually saw him live. Did not see Kanye. That would be amazing, but we did see Designer. But yeah, I mean, songs like Famous, Feedback, even the little skit I Love Kanye, I thought that was hilarious. But where the album like is really, really strong for me is just the stretch of, you get Waves, then FML, then Real Friends, and then Wolves. And like Wolves for me was like my favorite song off the whole project, just because it really created a mood for me. But the little interlude thing with Frank's track was cool too. So alright, so number 7, Ed Sheeran, his first project, Plus. I found out about him at like 11 o'clock at night. I was with my mom and she was driving somewhere, and she went into a store or into the gas station or something and left the car on, and DJ like said whatever, Ed Sheeran, blah, blah, so the A-Team up next. And I was like, never heard it. And then it came on and I was like, immediately like, oh my God, this is
fucking awesome.
So I went home and fucking found everything he'd ever done. I saw all these videos of him on YouTube, like in this canal, just on this like little canoe playing his guitar, performing like his whole album pretty much. And immediately I like fell in love with Ed Sheeran. I was like, this dude is fucking amazing. Like, I don't know, he's super inspirational for me in that like he keeps it real, where he says like there's no way to get good at making music or good at anything unless you just keep doing it. And he says like, one of the things he always says that I say to all the guys, you just have to keep writing, because if you keep writing, you're gonna write all the bad songs out of you, then you'll write all the good songs. And it's like the good songs are in there, but you have to get all the bad ones out of the way too. Like, he's just so cool that he sings, he raps. It's like folk music but with hip hop and pop music, and he can do anything. He's insane and he's super funny. But standout songs on this one, I'd say obviously A-Team was huge, but Drunk, You and I, Grade 8, Wake Me Up, Lego House I really personally like. And for me, on the deluxe edition, had Autumn Leaves and Gold Rush. Gold Rush being like a personal favorite of mine on this project. Number 6, Shake the Snow Globe by Russ. Now, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on Russ. I have personally always liked him. Yeah, my friend Colton showed me What They Want by him, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And then he showed me one of his like not super popular songs, but I loved it. And so then I looked up, found all of his other tracks, because he released a single a week for 2 years or whatever. That's his like big thing. And he's someone too musically who's like really inspiring for me just because of how he approaches it. I think he's so right, and I know why he's right, because I literally did it, where he always talks about how he released a single a week for however many years, and it just takes that one to get someone's attention, and then they're gonna go back and they have all these other songs that they could go back to that they are now a super fan, instead of these, you see all these artists where they try really hard to get one hit and they only put out 1 to 5 songs in a year, and it's like it's really hard for me to become a fan of them. They only have 3 songs or 1 song. And so he's someone who's super inspirational in that, and especially like looking at all the hate he got just because of like where he stood on certain issues in hip hop. I think it's incredible to see where he's at today. The intro track, Need a Minute, is one of my favorites. Asshole, also probably that might be my favorite one on the whole album. Obviously Civil War and Best on Earth are like the bonus tracks that were singles that really took off beforehand, and those are really good. Tracks like Mama are really cool just because he gets a little bit more personal. Guess What, I know is super popular with people. I really like that one too, especially it's cool. Him and Rick Ross really killed that one. And stuff like A Lot More and All To You. I just think it's all around terrific project, and I think his first album was awesome. His second album, Zoo, was super good as well, and I think this is just like, you can just like see the growth. Digital Drug Lord by Blackbear. Blackbear, for people who don't know, he is one of my favorite artists. He's awesome. I love it. It's that moody punk pop synth, like he takes everything and makes it amazing. And he was someone who was really hard for me to pick one album for. I actually saw Blackbear live the day before the album came out, and I actually had no idea he had, like, I didn't follow him on anything, but I just had all of his music on my phone. And then I saw him live, and he explained that he had an album coming out the next day, and obviously everyone else there knew, but I wasn't following him on anything. I had no idea. Yeah, mind was blown. Came out the next day, Digital Drug Lord, 10 songs. It's only 32 minutes long, but it's just fucking perfect. I love this album, and some of my favorite tracks are I Miss the Old You, Do Re Mi, Wish You the Best, Chateau. Then it ends with probably the best song on the project, Make Daddy Proud. Like when I heard that for the first time in my car, and I had a really nice sound system.
That shit's...
Number 4, Because of the Internet by Childish Gambino. Fucking like classic in my opinion, and it's not. I love the way that it's set up with the different interludes and like kind of not skits, but the breaks in the action really set other things up. The songs by themselves are amazing, and that's the same with a lot of these projects, but the songs by themselves are really great. But just like when you listen to the whole thing, it just makes it that much better. I mean, standout tracks for me, The Crawl, World Star, The Worst Guys with Chance, even though he's really only on the hook. And 2, I heard they had a mixtape, and it's like been this big rumored thing, and it never happened. And like that's like one of like the only things we have a couple collab things with them, but they would just be awesome if they did a thing together. Shadows, Telegraph Ave. Telegraph Ave is probably my favorite on the project. That and Sweatpants. But 3005, any version of that song, including like the unreleased 3005 Part 2 that's not on this project, but any 3005 remix, I'm down for. It's a piece of music that I think everybody should listen to. And we are top 3 now. This was ridiculous. I'd probably change the top 3 around like 3 or 4 times doing this list. 2014, Forest Hills Drive, J. Cole. I think by far J. Cole's best album. It's a terrific album. I love the memes that came out of it where everyone's holding signs that say J. Cole went double platinum with no features. Bumped that shit every day. It was playing in the locker room all the time. It was I was playing in my car all the time. And songs that should definitely not have been on the radio from this project made it on the fucking radio when I would be in my friends' cars where they didn't have a sound system or an aux cord. You would still be able to listen to J. Cole, even though, granted, half the song will be blurred out. It was still awesome to get to hear it. So the songs that stuck out for me, Wet Dreams, like the second that song came out, was a classic, and it will be forever. A Tale of Two Cities, Fire Squad, Get Off My Dick, No Role Models, obviously, like I said, Apparently, and Love Yours. They hit home, and to have that many that like really get you, it makes the other songs that kind of, in my opinion, support them like that much better. Number 2, I had to do it to him. My man Drake's coming in at number 2 with Nothing Was the Same. I know what you're gonna say. How does it not Take Care? What about More Life or Scorpion or fucking any of his albums? Because they're all amazing. Fucking people hate Views, but it still was every song on that made, I think it was like 20 something songs. And every single one of them was the top 25 songs or whatever. It was ridiculous. So Drake is amazing. Drake is somebody that I look up to musically. I think he's always a step ahead. And even when a new trend is coming up, it seems that he's the first person to jump on that wave and really give someone else a chance to shine too, which I think is crazy. But I chose Nothing Was the Same by Drake because I think a lot of people share this opinion that it's like one of his like more concise albums where like he really buckled down and shortened the length up to ensure that it was like he was really packing a punch with every song. Tuscan Leather to start the album off is insane. Furthest Thing is one of my favorites. Obviously Starting From the Bottom was huge. Worst Behavior, From Time with Gina Aiko too. Like I love when Drake is on a minimalistic beat like that with that piano. Like it just creates such a vibe. And when he's just kind of talking about his life or relationships or whatever, I love when he's really just, I think that's when he's at his best, when he's just vulnerable and talking over a minimalistic beat. Hold On, We're Going Home, huge also. Too Much with Sampha, really, it put me on to Sampha, and I actually enjoy a lot of his stuff. Then the final track off the regular version of the album, Pound Cake / Paris Morton Music 2. I mean, the Pound Cake instrumental is like iconic. If you've never tried to freestyle to that, then I can't really say that you are a rapper. Okay, number 1, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's my album. No, I'm just kidding. Not that corny as, even though I might seem that way. My number 1 album that I would recommend you check out during this quarantine is Mansions with a Z by Mansions with a Z. It's Mansions is a duo comprised of Mike Posner and Blackbear, who was also on this list. So he kind of cheated the system where he got 2 projects, but it's a different name, so I'll give it to him, especially because I love the album. It's 13 songs, came out back in 2017. Just over 50 minutes long. I do not want you to listen to this album unless you have the time to listen to the 13 songs in a row, just like straight through. They did a great job of really like making sure each piece of the project fits cohesively with one another. It's just a vibe all around. These 2 guys are so forward thinking when it comes to like pop music, in my opinion. Production is ridiculous on this project. Every song really takes you in and then gets you set up for the next song without you even knowing it, and then by the time you figure it out, it's already the next song. I guess I'll try and give you guys a couple. I can't really pick out the standouts. I would say don't skip I'm Thinking About Horses because it is a poem, but it's awesome. And I don't even want to give anything away because I just want you guys to listen to this album. I can't really say like what my favorite is because like I said, it changes so much. But I would say like on my first listen, the ones that I liked the most were obviously Dennis Rodman, Shut the Fuck Up, The Life of a Troubadour. When you listen to the whole thing, songs like White Linen, Gorgeous, A Million Miles, Nobody Knows, My Beloved, they all really, they do a great job of complimenting one another, and I think you should check it out. That's it for me, guys. I figured, you know, we're all stuck doing nothing except for watching YouTube anyways, so why not give you guys a list of some songs and albums that you could go check out to help kill some time. So, if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you gave it a thumbs up or shared it or even just checked out one of the albums, and let me know in the comments below if there's an album you want me to check out. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.